Hi Flosstube. It's super late. It's 10:15. I am I've not even had a day, but it is the 22nd of December. We have today, tomorrow and Christmas Eve to go and we're done. Wow. And then it's Christmas and I've still got so much to do. I am super late tonight because I just got so tired. I had a nap. I literally had a nap and I was asleep for 2 hours. It was like 3:30 and then it was 5:30. We didn't have tea until gone 7, and since then we have been decorating the living room. We had a vivarium to take out. We keep snakes. You might or may not know. They're very lovely and very locked up in vivariums, but I'm not going to suddenly just go, here's a snake, so don't worry, no triggery stuff. But my snake passed away. We don't know why. Honestly, I didn't give him a name. I had him 7 years, didn't give him a name, gave him a name, called him Hank because he was always starving, Hank Marvin, and he died. Just like that. He was absolutely fine. Said no to food twice and died. So who knows? It's not a lot you can do with a snake. He was a rat snake. He was a licorice rat snake. He was white with like a pattern down the centre of his back. He was beautiful. He was huge. He was about 7 foot long. Only about that diameter, but about 7 foot long. So bless him. So we've had this big vivarium that's been empty for a month and we keep looking at it and going, oh, we should really take that out of here. And I was like, right, it's got to go before we do the Christmas decorations. So it was a bit of a manoeuvre because we had Lola on top of him. Lola's a ball python. She's a proper snake. She does this. She's like, hello, I'm Lola. And she gets out. She's a proper snake. But their ball pythons do nothing. They just sit in a ball, basically. We've got 2 ball pythons. But anyway, by the by, just another... It's Robin, he hobby skips. We skip. We did tropical fish, hence a huge tropical fish tank in the living room. He bred cichlids for a while until they were fierce and they were really vicious fish. So we stopped breeding those. They breed all by themselves and they're mouth breeders. So they keep their babies in their mouths, which is really, really cute. But yeah, too many fish. We gave them all back to the fish shop, which they were very pleased about. I've just got a fish tank full of lovely little tetras and things now. Much nicer. They don't fight as much. And then he went on to... We then did lizards. We had a chameleon for a while. We had lizards and then we got a snake. Which was Maddie's fault because she wanted a snake. So we got a snake for Maddie. And then it kind of snowballed. And then we have 5 snakes. As well as the cats, the dogs, the ferrets, the chickens, the guinea pigs, the goldfish. I think that's about it for now. We're not getting any more pets. The numbers are going down, not up, with pets now. Anyway, so that took a while. Again, as usual for me, a long story short, that took a while to get the viv out and sorted, and I had to clean everything, and now Lola's down where we can see her much better because it was it was an old lizard vivarium, so it was a very tall viv that Hank was in, which was pretty pointless really because he didn't climb. He was a totally never climbed snake. But he was nice. He'd sit on my lap. He was one of those snakes you could get out and he would just sort of settle in a lump on your lap and just do nothing. But anyway, it's very hard. Quite unexpected because they're not they're meant to live for donkeys. Anyway, fell behind. If I fall behind, I get left behind. This is going to get done tomorrow morning, and I'll do 22 and 23 at the same time, and I might just get on along with 24. So that's my first day I've not finished the square. And I've made it to day 22 before I haven't, just double checking the date, I know what day it is, before I haven't finished the square. I just didn't make it. I had a 2-hour nap because obviously I just need to catch up on some sleep, and now I'm not at work, my body's obviously gone, okay, now you can sleep. Oh, so I slept. Okay, other than that, you might have seen on our Facebook group if you're on it, which is lovely, guys, but I was motoring along, happy as a pig in thingamajiggle, doing this, and then my blanc ran out. My DMC blanc ran out. I have one. I shouted a whole pound on that, which is what they cost in Hobbycraft, you know, but I was not waiting until after Christmas to get this done. And I know I've got B5200, and I know I've got the other one, which is in here. 20 minutes later. 3865, which is white. I mean, come on, guys, these are the same colour, except of course they're not the same colour. That is cream. If you put it against the white, suddenly you can see that is ever so slightly cream, and that is white. So I didn't want to just jump and stitch something else on it, so dash out to Hobbycraft, which did coincide with both a trip to Costa drive-through, gingerbread latte, brilliant. It's probably the last one I'll have now. Maddie had the Baileys. It's only Baileys flavour. There's no actual alcohol in it, obviously, because it's a coffee shop that you drive to in your car. So she had one of those. She was with me because we went through to her boyfriend's, who is self-isolating. So yeah, I did not let her within 2 metres of him, and we were very, very quick. But yeah, he's self-isolating because a boy in his history class in sixth form has tested positive. So he's out now, he can't do anything. I don't think they were going away anyway. So anyway, this is, I've got 380 stitches left of the white. And then I've just got the dingle dangles off the bottom of this and the bottom of the cake stand, which comes down here. This is the middle of the cake stand's just there. So I was just missing those stitches down to there, and then there's dingle dangles, and I've got the gold to put in. There's quite a lot of gold along in and out the gaps here, and that's going to be finished. But obviously I had to stop, went out, lost 2 hours going out because I'm so far from anywhere here. If I want to pop to Hobbycraft, it takes me 25 minutes to get there, and which in America is like, you kind of think, oh, Australia, even bigger. You're like, yeah, it's going to take me 3/4 of an hour in the car to pop somewhere. But in the UK, unless you live like in the Highlands of Scotland, or I can't think where else, middle of North Wales or somewhere, everything is really close by. You've got to really push to take a long time to get to like normal shops. So yeah, here I've got to really get stuck 25 minutes to the big shops. I can get to a shop in 10 minutes if I need to, but it's like the nearest hospital takes half an hour to get to, which when you're in labour is entertaining. That is the fastest I have ever known Robin to drive. He got very frightened very quickly. And I was like, I'll be fine, I've got ages yet. Didn't really, but never mind. Yeah, so yeah, it takes a while. So I lost a couple of hours there, and then when I got back, you know when you actually start to feel a little, you're dipping in and out and feel a little woozy. So I did what I do in the night. If I wake up in the night, I put the BBC News channel on, and as soon as they start talking, the BBC News jingle comes on. It's like lights out. So I had a nap. Hence why I fell behind. I will catch up ASAP. So in Hobbycraft, I spent £1 on this, and I managed to spend £40 because I'm me. Now I've a feeling we're going into a hard lockdown sooner rather than later. I reckon it's going to be Boxing Day. I think he's going to come on the screen. Old Boris is going to come on and he's going to go, well guys, I hope you had a really good Christmas, but well, this is it now. We're locking down until the kids go back to school. I think they're going to just stamp tier 4 on the UK, on England, because the other 3 countries are already locked down or are locking down on Boxing Day. So I think we're going the same way, to be honest. So while I was in Hobbycraft, those of you who've watched some of my earlier floss tubes might remember I'm knitting a jumper in colours that aren't me. Now I want to get that finished, but I will run out of yarn. So while I was in there, I picked up, it's a Sirdar dual spun, it's Aran weight, and this should finish. It's a Felix sweater, which is easy find on Ravelry. I can't show it to you because it's in the pile, and in the pile under the bags with the still unwrapped Christmas presents. I'm going to do some wrapping up tonight when I'm processing this video. I'll stick a rubbishy Christmas movie on. God, I've watched so many Hallmark Christmas movies this year. They're all the same. They're all the same. I don't know how many ones where the woman has inherited a ranch, a Christmas thing, an inn, everything. They're all. It's always the girl that inherits, and it's always the lawyer or the ranch hand, or the lawyer that pretending to be the ranch hand, or the property magnate trying to be the ranch hand. Anyway, I do have form for watching these really rubbishy movies, but you know. So, lost my train of thought. Yes, so I'm going to wrap up some presents while I have a rubbishy Christmas movie on and get on with that. And then I should find my sweater, which I'll be able to then show you. But I've bought myself another ball of this just so that I can actually do the sleeves and make it long enough so that it's not indecent. When I run out of yarn, it would be like, it'll have cap sleeves and like this high, which, no, we don't have sweaters that long. I want to tug down teenage girl sweaters that length. My days, I never had anything that length. Even before I had babies, I didn't have anything cropped. Right, so, didn't finish, couldn't finish, didn't stitch anything else. This here is my sister's mirror. It's all finished. I just need to put a string on the back, and I'm going to, there's a piece of, we did put a piece of mount board on the back of it. Don't encourage Robin, please. Please don't encourage him. Honestly. He went back in the camcorder days. Oh, such a pest. The man is such a pest. But he used to like give a running commentary. So now we can watch the little girls getting big, you know, through the years getting bigger, but we've got Robin doing a running commentary of it. And when he listens back to it, he's like, do I sound that Scottish? And I'm like, yes, you do. So, no, he has done a couple of, he's done a couple of really boring YouTube things, and we had an invasion of greenfly as well, which is somewhere, it's up somewhere, I don't know where it is. We had like a plague. We had a, oh, what's it called? Not a plague of locusts, we had a plague of greenfly. It was like you could part them in the air. It's very strange. So he went out and videoed that and did a running commentary of it. So don't encourage him. He's bad. But I don't want him stepping on my toes here. He can do his own thing on his Craftie 6. I think he will eventually. When he gets his shed tidy, he can do some wood turning and some woodworking. I went up to the shed today. Oh man, that shed is in a state. I don't often go up there because it's freezing. I was so cold. Honestly, my fingers were blue. I might have done a little clippy video. I'll have to watch it through because I think I was actually shaking with the cold. If I have, I'll tag them on at the end of this. It'll only be of me trying to cut out some needle minders. Yeah, I will do a tutorial of how I make my, oh, not a tutorial, sort of like a show and tell of how I do make my little wooden needle minders. But I need to take the tripod up because honestly, that's not a one-handed job. It is not a one-handed job. Yeah. I started up my little fret saw. So then, you know, it's an electric fret saw, and it had a funny blade in it. The blade was a bit jumpy. Usually it cuts just like butter, but this was jumpy and quite. And I was holding my phone and I thought, no, that's not right. I'm going to cut my fingers off doing this. So I stopped that and did it carefully. And I still have all my digits, which is good. Because, you know, I'm a bit accident prone. But there we go. So I did that this morning and then came in absolutely freezing and had to wait until my hands warmed up. I have cleared down to the floorboards in this bit of pit so that I could get to my resin machine. And I found on the floor 936, a lovely olive green. I assume that's from, what's she called? Nantucket Rose. And then I found 3371 and 3371. So all my missing 3371s, which I ordered urgently because I had none left, there were two on the floor right there. So I'm skipping about a bit again. So Hobbycraft, yeah, lost. I know these are only like £2.60, but I lost it. That's partly why I cleared up down there. I was crocheting last night. I've reached the middle of the ball. The middle of the ball was the grey, I think. So now I'm heading back out to the edge, which is back to the yellow, which is pretty much where it starts. It's really pretty. I will show you it after. I'm pretty sure she stopped watching them. But I've done loads of that. I did that last night, and I obviously fell asleep holding it, and I know not where the crochet hook got to. So I just bought myself another one because I was in there and I want it finished, and I'd already looked for it and couldn't find it. So I've just bought myself another one of those. And then what cost the most, I found a fabric. Now normally in Hobbycraft I just buy a fat quarter, but I know how Hobbycraft goes, and I know how my Hobbycraft goes, because you see things and if you don't buy it there and then, like the Halloween, sorry, if you're looking up, you've just seen what I bought. I'm just trying to organise it so that I can show you it the right way. It's the right, I'm holding it the wrong way round. So I bought the Star Wars Halloween fabric bundle, and they had a whole pile of them, and I bought one, and one fat quarter makes one project bag and one face mask. So when I saw this, there wasn't any fat, they weren't in the fat quarter packs, it was on a bolt. So I've bought 2 meters of it, because I know that if I love it and go back to get more, it will be gone. This is the fabric. It is that the right way up? That's the right way up. Look, it's a Harry Potter one, which I'm on the lookout for, because my little girl, suddenly all her friends are into Harry Potter, so she's kind of tagged on the bandwagon, even though we did Harry Potter when Maddie did Harry Potter. So probably about 7 or 8 years ago Maddie was doing Harry Potter. It's all the houses, but they're like stained glass. Oh, isn't it pretty? You could cross stitch those. They look really lovely. So I have bought 2 meters of it so that I can make project bags and face masks and not run out of it like instantly. So that was the most expensive thing I bought. But you know, I just of the Harry Potter fabric I've seen, that has got to be the prettiest of all of them. It really is, and it's a really good craft cotton. It's not a cheapy nasty craft cotton. It's a really nice one. Really needed that coffee. Sorry for the gulpy noises. Really needed it. What I didn't do yesterday was show you what's in the box that I'm about to draw for. So let's do that. So there's the 2 boxes I've got left. I posted the box this morning to Suki Dookie, I think. So hopefully that'll be with you. Hello Blue, what are you doing?
I'm going upstairs.
Okay darling. I'll catch you in a bit. It's my boy. He's upstairs letting me know that he's going upstairs. I think he means coming to bed. 10:30. It's a bit early for him. It's a bit of a night owl, that one. So, 2 boxes left. I think we'll have this box today. Let's see. Ooh. So we've got another one of these. the little boy under the tree. Where's it going to catch that it's going to look nice? There, looking into the box that's glowing. I really love that one. He's just Scoobying under the tree. It's such a pretty little picture. It's really lovely. The little guy is green with a red hood and a little white button. So there's the little guy with his little lobster claw. And the counting pins are blowing right out. There, a mauve donut. It's a bit sparkly with some stars on it. And a marshmallow, a pink and what we call them flumps. That's just what they're called. They're called flumps here. I don't know what they're called anywhere else. So there's your little donut, and there's the pink and yellow striped marshmallow. So there's the pins. Care of my Lizzie. So that's going to be today's. Hopefully I'll just power up this machine. It was flat. There we are. It's now got 11% in it. No, I don't want improvements. I want random number generator. Here we go. So today I am going up to 55. Admittedly now there's quite a few people, because if you've already won a box, I don't write your name down because you've already won a box. So I think we shouldn't have a double, and I'm recognising who I have sent them to. So we're going between 1 and 55. 55? 55. So I've pulled from the last 3 videos here. Generate. It has picked for us 47. 47? Bron. Bron Stitching Adventures. This box will not get to you before Christmas, Bron. It's going to Australia. Thank you. You're very, very welcome to this little box. You're in my Facebook group. You've commented on just about every single one of my videos. You totally and utterly deserve it for just sitting through and watching them. So there we go. Just drop me an email, Bron, and let me know your postage address, and I will get that into the post to you. And whenever the UK gets its act together, it will be on its way. It might be Christmas in July by the time it gets to you, but hopefully it will get to you. I think that's the furthest I've got one going so far. I've had a fairly good spread. So while I'm at it, while I'm thinking about it, here is the one for the 22nd. There we go. That's our digit for the 22nd. I have 2 more cards. I have 2 more cards and we are done. And then we've got a 24-digit code, and then I'll do a finishing video. And then I think what I'm going to do, for anyone who emails me in with a code, I'm going to quite literally write your names onto little bits of paper and put them in a hat, and I'm going to get one of my children to dip out from the hat. I can't think of a more even way of doing it, because even if I numbered you 1 to however many, you know, the chances of it picking 1 or the last number, you know, we're literally going to pick them out of a hat. Just I'm going to write your names onto little bits of paper and we're going to pick out the hat for it, because it has to be fair, because it's a hell of a thing to have a made you all do. Right down 24. Right, I've got a pair of shorts on. It's so hot in the house. Right, there's my knees. It's so warm in the house at the minute. It's freezing in the morning and boiling in the evenings. Yeah. So, and I've hardly done any steps. I've done 2,000 steps today. Yeah, it's not been a day where I've been terribly busy, and I slept. So I'm going to be awake late now, but I'm gonna get on with this now. I'm going to do wrapping up. Oh, poo. I want to stitch. I don't want to wrap up the presents. I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to wrap up for half an hour, and then I'm going to do some stitching, because I'm not going to sleep now for ages because I've napped. So he's told me he's coming up the stairs, and he's downstairs shouting and screaming with his daddy. Anyway, guys, this is long enough. I need to get on and do some wrapping up. So I've drawn for the box. Bron, I'll put your name along here, but you'll have heard me call you out anyway. So yeah, send me an email and I will put that in the post to you, and it will get to you eventually. It'll get to you eventually. Sometime before Christmas in July, hopefully. Yeah, the UK is pretty much shut down. Nobody is talking to the UK at the moment because it's all our fault. But what they're saying is that because everything gets, they are checking the strains when they're doing the test, instead of it just being a positive or negative test, they're actually testing to see which strain it is, because they can do that. Apparently that's how they know. It might not have originated from the UK. It's just that just because all the tests go on to get like streamed for which type of COVID-19 it is, for which strain. I don't know. I just hope we don't get it, and I hope everybody who has got it, apparently it doesn't make you any sicker. So sorry guys if it's come from us, I'm sorry, but a lot of very naughty people got in their cars and got on the trains and got on planes and travelled, you know, just before London got locked in. So I hope that they're sensible and they choose to isolate when they get to where they're going to. I really do. But some people won't play by the rules. We're hunkered in. I know I went to Hobbycraft. I was so surprised. The car park was heaving. There's a Marks and Spencer's food shop, which is like posh supermarket food, and of course everyone's picking up Christmas orders. They had like a big plastic tunnel. Honestly, it looked like something out of ET. They had a big plastic tunnel where I assume people were doing the collecting their Christmas food. They actually looked like they had a really good system, but the car park was absolutely full with people doing ferocious car parking. You know, like somebody put their reversing lights on, they were like waiting and quickly driving into the space, and Maddie and I were like, this is going to be difficult and busy. And got into Hobbycraft and there was like 4 people in there. It was brilliant. We went up there. I went ball of yarn. I went DMC. I got a Finishy Offy Prezi as well for Luba, a sketch pad that she needed to go with the pens. So that's the other thing I bought. And yeah, nothing else I don't think on my yarn. Grabbed the bolt of fabric. In the meantime, Maddie had picked up a little fabric rucksack like the bag she painted me. Have you all seen the bag she painted me for my birthday? It's up here, that's all. I did show it in one of my floss tubes. But this is what my big girl painted for me for my birthday. This is acrylic. This is acrylics on a blank canvas. The bag looks like that and comes blank. And that's my blank. That was a blank canvas bag. She painted me that for my birthday. It has happy birthday and polar serpents and happy birthday painted on it. And it's full of crap. Why do I end up with that much crap in that bag? I'm hopeless. That's technically my handbag. I'm hopeless with a handbag. I always feel like I'm playing dress up. That's why I don't wear any makeup and don't often dress up, because I always feel like I'm 5 dressing up with my mum's handbag and her clip-clop shoes, and you know, I always feel like that. Hence why I'm as old as the hills and never ever, never have, never will, I don't think now, stitch of makeup. Oh well. So yeah, she got a rucksack and 2 acrylics. I said to her, I think we're going to get locked down, and she went, hang on then, and she went and got another tube of, I think it was just black. She was like, just in case I'm getting low, you know, I don't want to run out, because you can start ordering online for things if you do get locked down, but it's just a pest waiting for it. So I was like, let's get it while we're in here. And then we actually went through the drive-through at McDonald's. A triple cheeseburger. We both had a triple cheeseburger. I haven't had a McDonald's since, I think, August. Might have been late July. We went over to IKEA to get some Kallax a long time ago now, and that's the second McDonald's I've had this year, and it was one little burger, actually, with three hamburger patties in just a tiny hamburger roll. It was actually quite a good proportion. It was all right. It's all right, actually, considering that'll do for, you know, another 6 months probably. But no, we're not big fast foodies at all. Right, I think I'm done. I'm putting off wrapping up presents. Right, I'm gonna, while this is processing, I'm going to wrap up presents, and then I'm going to do some stitching, and then later on I'm going to set a 30-minute timer. I've got my tripods on, my cutting board. I'll just wobble it, so I can use my cutting board as my flat surface. I've got my scissors, I've got my tape, I've got enough wrapping paper right here in my hands. That's the one Maddie was using. What did she do to it? It looks like it's been eaten. And I've got some penguins. I've got my wrapping papers right here. I really don't have any excuses, do I? All I do is I use a different paper for each child, so that every present wrapped in that paper belongs to that child. Every present wrapped in that paper belongs to that child. So much easier. I used to label everything. I used to write labels. They don't look at labels. You can write lovely messages on presents and it's like no point. Just different paper for each child. Make a pile. This year we're having one big pile and they can just scrummage through it. I used to lay neat little pile on each chair, and this year the pile's not big enough, so it's going to be one big. I am literally going to put them around the bottom of the tree. When I get up in the, might be in the evening, Eric's going to be around. When I get up in the morning, I'm going to put all the presents around the tree, and they can just ferret for them. I'm going to make them wait this year until we've had breakfast, just because there's so much less than normal. So I'm just going to make them wait a bit. Oh, make them get up and have breakfast. We always have something yummy like pancakes or homemade waffles or something on Christmas morning. Have pastries one, you know, pastries that you bake in the oven. So we had those. It'll only be something quick. And a coffee pod from the machine, which will be nice. So there we go, guys. I will tomorrow finish the last little bits of moving stuff in the living room, and I will take you around my very small, extremely glittery, looks like tinsel's been sick. I've still got the birds to put up as well. So I'll do that tomorrow and take you a little clip of my living room. And it's the 23rd tomorrow, so I need to do a bit of baking as well. So tomorrow is going to be finishing off the living room, baking and stitching. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye, guys. Thank you for watching me and listening to my drivel. Hope you've got some good stitching done. Bye bye for now. Honestly, guys, I've got a brain like a sieve. I framed this. Look, this is the frame I got in the range. It's wood effect. It's not really wood. But look. There it is. Magic Little Christmas. I think that looks all right. That's just the piece of mount board it came with inside. And I've popped it in there. And I think that looks just lovely. I meant to put it up on the wall behind me, but you can see I've put the glass in it, the glass that was in the frame. And I really like that. That's what I did. I did that as well today. Honestly, brain's rubbish. Catch you later, guys. Good morning, guys. I thought I'll do something a little different today. I'm going to do some little clips today to add in. So I went to bed last night. I did some crochet. I've lost the crochet hook now, so I'm going to have to find that before I can do any more. And I finished off these little bits here, and then this morning I've started to do this white. Look, there's a snowflake pattern. That's what it is. So all I have left of the white, and this is DMC. I've put the white sticker on, but it's blanc, so white, is this. Now I'm doing it over two, so I've got that, and I've got maybe a length and a half left on there, and I've got another 700 and something stitches to go. Ooh, that's washing the colour right out. There it is. That's not even showing. That fabric looks grey and it's not, it's blue. So I've got a problem because I don't have any more white. I've got B5200, but that's going to be, I think that's a brighter white. So I need to get a couple of skeins of Blanc ASAP. So next job is to find the wooden the sheets of wood that have got the stamps ready on that I need to go and cut, and I'm going to go and cut them. So I'm just going to get bundled up because it's freezing outside, and I'm going to go and do that. So I might pick you up again in a minute up the shed. Catch you in a bit. Hi guys, so we're not half an hour later. I am so cold. My fingers are not blue. How are they not blue? Oh, it's cold up the shed. I had big clouds of, oh, I envy you southern hemispheres today. Those of you who live down that side, goodness, brr, it is cold. So I have got these. They are smooth. Sorry about my thumbnail, it is turquoise. I've cut them down to size and I've sanded all the edges so they're nice and smooth. I will show you that process, but not at the moment, not when it's that cold, and I will need my my tripod up there because yeah, it's not a one-handed operation. They're fast machines. Righto, time for coffee. I can barely talk, I'm so cold. I'm going to warm up, finish up my white, my tiddly tiny bit of white that I've got left. I'm going to finish that up, get the ones I need resined, and then I can go and do some posting. But I'm so cold.